Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World, where we are back on PV Uncharted with Caveman. Say hi, Caveman.
Hello.
How is everybody doing? Man, we got a lot of people with us, starting out with 17 of you guys out there. And who can I see? Eric Kuntz, Dennis McNett, Matthew Albert. Oh, I've got to, I gotta stop this guy, or he's just gonna keep driving. Stop, fool. Who else do we have? Jordan the Canadian Kid, Too Cool 69, I Play, Patrick, outstanding, and say welcome to our newest subscriber, a Mr. Eric Kuntz. Thank you, Eric. I very much appreciate you signing up to be a member of Harv's World. Thank you very much, my man. Much appreciated. Eric watches everything I post. I swear he does, and comments frequently. Very frequently. I have a hard time keeping up with you, bud. Matthew Albert is here. Take 6. Hello, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Go ahead and start selling off some lumber or timber, Caveman. There we go. Look at that. 58 grand. Now we've got some money to play with. We were hurting for certain there for a minute.
Yep, now we cooking with fat bag grease.
Heck yeah. Let's get back to the farm. So we got work to do. Lots of work to do. Yeah, Eric, I've been impressed, bud, by by how much time you spent watching my stuff, man. And thank you very much for all the support. Very appreciated. We got to pay attention
Need to
to
push up the hill?
Well, this road is windy, and I'm watching chat at the same time, so
Okay.
I'm just
Just
trying not to.
checking.
I'm trying not to wreck and read chat at the same time. We got a whole
Fair
bunch of
enough.
new technological mumbo jumbo going on. Some of you guys who've been around frequently have well seen that we've been running into problems with um is that's Sharko. I just passed Sharko on the road.
Kind of looks like Sharko.
I think that's Sharko.
Should we have stopped?
No, no, we got too much work to
Okay.
do.
Okay. He knows where he's going anyway.
I
At least he's
guess.
supposed to. I mean, it's not like we didn't tell him where we were.
That's true. We didn't leave him like stranded in the Yukon or anything. Yeah, so we've been having problems with buffering toward well, about the 2 hour mark into the stream. It's been happening regularly now. You know, with the big move to Nevada, I did have to change internet service providers, but there we've done some tweaking on some of the technical aspects of the stream. I hope the quality is staying high, but we've turned down a few things, and hopefully we will do better in the long run. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. That'll do. Here comes Caveman. Man, that is such a beautiful truck. And look at those log trailers. Aren't those fantastic? Those are ground up builds by Caveman himself. So, how is everybody doing? You guys doing all right out there? Everybody getting through their week? Sometimes I wonder if I am. I'm grabbing a farm-all and heading to the shop.
Okay.
One of these days, we don't have quite enough play money just yet, but one of these days we need to think about buying a pressure washer.
Alright.
I don't know. I think whoever that was must have turned off.
Maybe.
They would have been here by now. Although if that was Sharko, he's probably sunk into a lagoon somewhere. Oh wait a minute.
I mean, is there one around here for him to sink into?
No, I guess not.
Why, hello there.
Well, that is Sharko. Dude, what are you? What are you driving?
This is all that's left.
All that's left of what?
This is all the money I have left from the Yukon.
We left you with like $14 million.
And I bought this.
That did not cost $14 million. All right.
Better not have cost 14 million.
Well, this is all I could afford, so I drove all the way down in this. Or
That-
I guess ride.
How did you blow all of that?
Let's just say there's a massive pile of vehicles in the river. And a few ships.
Oh, so insurance come to collect their money. Gotcha.
The insurance finally caught up with you. That's what it is. That's
Well,
what it is.
ships. The insurance company didn't really like ships being sunken. I think that's where they crossed the line.
Uh-huh. Well, if you keep following the road, you'll find the farm.
Okay.
And I'll bring one of these farm-alls back up for you to not sink or crash. We don't have Yukon money here.
No, I can see that. I don't either anymore, so.
That's it. Somebody knew all. Hey, knew all, bud. How you doing, man? What's the good word? What's the good word? Okay, so here's the situation. We've got a unique one. FF can't make the Wednesday streams, and Sharko can't make the Sunday streams. So they're going to be interchangeable. A little bit. All right, Sharko. Here's your farm all. I'm taking the Fent. Listen to that baby purr. We're gonna be mowing grass, and you guys are turning it into hay.
Alrighty.
All right.
So we did get our road completed out to the meadow. That's where all that lumber came from that we just sold off. Timber. I always get those words interchanged. Lumber, timber, timber, lumber, blah, blah, blah. And this is our meadow. I don't think we're going to get it all mowed, but we're going to do what we can.
Just start out here on what's the edge of the road and go from there. That way you make sure you got it all. Every little bit helps.
I know, but that's a lot of freaking meadow, dude. Let's go.
Apparently the scooter's made of unobtainium, that's why it costs so much.
Oh. Kind of helps if you put it down first.
Unobtainium. Really? You really just said it was unobtainium?
You got to turn it on and put it down first. Sharko.
Oh. I did put it down, did I not?
You got to turn it on too.
Well,
Back all the way up. Turn it on.
Let's wait for the Bobbsey twins.
Oh, no. There we go.
Are you guys coming, or are we just gonna be here all day?
We're gonna be here all day, even though we're on the way.
Hmm.
Okay, I have since it got mentioned, I have to put this out there. Unobtainium is the stupidest name ever created for a sci-fi movie. It's like we can't think of anything. Let's just call it Unobtainium. And I love James Cameron. He's one of my favorites.
How fast
Excuse
are
me.
you running?
I'll
I'm
go
running.
slower.
Oh, Sharko.
No, you.
Oh, 9. How fast are you running?
Right now, 12.
It's,
Okay. Set your cruise at 8, Sharko.
I was gonna do that. Just catch up.
Ghost Pepper, dude, man, it's been a long
Oh.
time. How you doing?
Hey!
Been a long time. I play. That's right, Pinky in the brain. You know which is which on this playthrough. Peter Teuton, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Jonathan, we got Jonathan, outstanding. And I think I agree with Newell, though. I think Sharko went to the casino.
And what?
Why are you keep
15
spinning out?
million or something?
You got all digital on us there.
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
that's why.
Is it really that hard to run a tedder?
Yes. I'll
Do,
fix
do I
it.
need to let you mow and me Ted?
No, I just had a massive leg spike. Apparently, I don't help any different. Whoa. Go on, go forward, tractor.
Yeah,
There you go.
You're real digital
I'm
on
fine.
us at this point.
Just continue. I fixed it.
Moving on.
I somehow got the wheel stuck already, even though I just got on it.
Good day.
I hear you, Ghost Pepper. I started that new job last week, and I'll be honest. I'm not used to going to work every day anymore. I was off for too long, so it's been a big adjustment. It's gonna be good though. I'm looking forward to the future when things get a little more involved. It's a lot of training right now. I'm ready to get my hands dirty and do the real work. I love this lawnmower. I mean, even if it wasn't a Fendt, I'd be like, dude, this is so awesome. I'm absolutely digging it.
It is pretty cool. And I was getting ready to say I think we lost Sharko, but he's still
No,
back there.
Discord was causing me issues.
Oh.
We're
I think I fixed it.
gonna be making a hard right turn here, guys. Just about like so. There we go. This is nice and stable too. It keeps a straight line. I don't have to adjust the steering on it at all. It's just like, that's the way you want to go? Okay, we're going that way. Yeah, Patrick, we need to find a Flintstone tractor. I know
Yep, that'll be my tractor.
there actually is a Flintstone car.
Gosh.
I forgot about that. That would have been hilarious to see Sharko come in on.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
That would have been, yes.
Foot power only. Hey, the scooter was good.
The scooter was good, but I think it would have been funnier to see a Fred Flintstone in it.
Well, we'll still have to see how FF does. We might end up with FF. We might have to downgrade FF from his pickup truck to a Flintstone mobile.
Hey, I never made us lose product. Just money.
That's true.
Just money.
Using my own words against me now. I literally said that to Sharko just before the stream. I'm like,
Yes.
well, you sank a lot of equipment and wrecked a lot of stuff, but we never had to reset and lose 100,000 liters of barley or anything.
Here's the spot. There we go.
Oh.
It's gonna be a lot of hay.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been talking. Now, we're a little early to start storing up hay, I'll tell you right now, but we have been talking and we are thinking about turning this into a cattle operation. That's a little bit into the future yet, though. We got a ways to go before we can make that happen. A good,
Got quite a ways to go.
yeah, a good long way to go before we can make that happen. So we're not going to be storing up this hay. This is just going to be hay for sale. And since we got this big meadow, we could get this grass mowed and then maybe consider putting in an extra field. Get some more crop coming in of some kind. We could turn into a grass field to support our cows in the future if we get that far. When
Looks like
we get
caveman
that
gets
far.
the plow again.
Oh no.
Yeah, I get to plow the outline of the field though. You can plow the rest of it.
I'm plowing the outline's the best part.
I
Yeah,
know,
if we leave it
right?
to caveman, it's gonna be the same size as this whole field.
Yeah, yeah. The first pass I just mowed will be caveman's version of the field.
Yep.
And what's interesting about this map is you see all these rocks scattered through our meadow. We will at some point in the future be able to get rid of those. We can blow them up. But we got some serious hurdles to overcome. There is no place to buy diesel up here. I know. We could throw a mod down that will give us a diesel purchase point and all that crap. But I think we're going to forego that. I think we're going to try to overcome that obstacle without adding anything to the map. I just lost a blade and it popped right back into place. That was funky.
Are the magic magician?
Okay. Sharker, you missed some on your last run through here. I guess that's where you spun out.
Oh, probably. I can fix it. Are you picking it up?
It's going to take an
I
eternity to
got part
collect
of
all
it,
this.
but not all of it. Oh yeah, it's gonna take a long time to collect all this.
Hey Matt, how you doing? Taking the plunge into PV, are you? Yeah, it's Caveman and I, when we found this and started doing the setup for the stream, we were both pretty excited. We're like, I just want to start playing. I just want to get on the map and start playing. And at the end of the last stream, when we had to shut down because of technical difficulties, we were sitting here and well, we did a few little odd things to finish up, but then we were going, I need to shut the map down or we're going to start doing stuff because we really want to play this map. It's going to be a good time, and we are looking forward to it in a big way.
Oh yeah.
This is like really my first time actually seeing the map, too.
That's true. Sharko has been on the map all of about, well, before today, 10 minutes.
10 minutes to make sure I can actually join.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Harley Quinn, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. It's always good to see you and have you with us. Is
AFF.
Is caveman and dynamite worse than Sharko on the body of water? I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out.
I know how to
Hey.
control explosives.
Well, there's FF. At least he's able to stop in and visit the stream. And thanks for subscribing. Thanks for joining the channel, FF. Much appreciated. Welcome to being a homesteader, bud. Yeah, we thought about bailing, Jordan, for about 30 seconds. Hey, just keep track of how much grass or how much hay we pull off this field, and you'll know how many bales it would have made.
Well, with the baler that we would have been running with this, you'd have to basically every 1,000 liters have been a bale.
Oh, that's
because we would
true.
have been using an old school baler, which would have been probably about 1,000-liter bales.
And that would have been high because, like, the baler that I use on off the grid, that I think is maybe 300 liters.
Oh, the New Holland that I've got that looks identical to it's 1,000.
Yeah, I know this one's not 1,000.
I think yours is 600. I think that's what I remember.
All right, FF. I know you're busy, man. Always working hard. Take care, bud.
Take care.
Take care.
Yep.
What the?
So yeah, it's FF Sundays and Sharko Wednesdays. All right, Patrick. Enjoy your pooch.
First video I probably post next on my video will be about, will not be video, because I just have no free time. Be like in October.
You gotta get your priorities right. What's more important, video gaming or earning a living?
Well, if you play video games for a living, I want to say video games.
Fair enough.
That's a very valid answer.
You know what you have to do, Sharko? I can tell you right now. You have to get Kerbal Space Program 2 as soon as possible and start making videos of it ASAP.
Yeah.
You would be really good at that. And I know how much you love Kerbal Space Program.
I do.
Oh, wow. That was glitchy.
You have to beat what's-his-name to the punch. Who's that Scottish guy?
Scott Manley.
Scott Manley. Scottish or Irish? And my apologies to the Scots and the Irish.
He is Scottish, I do know that.
There you go, Take 6. Take 6 makes a living to play video games.
He has his priorities straight.
Well, if you can't make a living playing them yet, you got to make a living so you can afford to play them.
Well,
yeah.
Why do you think I just got this new job?
So you can complain at a job. That's the only reason.
Nah. I don't like complainers. If you're at work complaining about your job, stay away from me, because if you hate your job so much you have to complain about it, find another job. Seriously.
There's plenty of jobs out there.
Right now, especially. I mean, everybody's complaining we can't get anybody to work. We need to stop these government... No, we're not getting into politics. We are not, but there are a lot of open jobs because all the employers are complaining they can't get anybody to work. It's a good time to take advantage of opportunity.
Yes.
If you don't like something about your life, change it. Ed, so I'm mowing the grass and Caveman and Sharko are coming behind me with tedders, which basically flip the grass over, and when it flips over it turns it automatically into hay. And so you can see right here the green stuff is mowed grass, but they've tedded this so it's turned to hay. Then we'll come back over. We would, if we were going to bale it, we'd come back over it with a baler. We'd actually windrow it first into nice, neat rows, and then come over it with a baler and do hay bales. We're not going to bale it. We're just going to pick it up with a forage wagon.
And in Farming Sim, it does do it instantly. Where in real life, you would have to wait a day.
Right.
Longer.
In real
You
life,
have to give it time to dry.
yeah. In
Depends
real
on how
life,
dry
you
and
don't
how
even
hot.
you don't necessarily even have to TED. It depends on the climate you're in, stuff like that. But in Farm Sim, yes, it does it automatically. It goes from grass to hay. Now, if you're playing Seasons, that changes as well, because in Seasons you don't have to TED either.
Unless it rains, and then you do, and
Yeah, Seasons complicates the grass issue, because yeah, if it's wet grass, then you'll have to TED it, yada yada yada. And don't even get me started on if you've got Maize Plus added into Seasons, because then grass just becomes a major headache.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, Ed. Anytime. That's what Harvest World is for. That's what we pride ourselves on, helping new players get started with the game we love. Right, guys?
Exactly.
yep, exactly.
I'm not entirely sure this this mowing
Yeah.
tractor is using any fuel whatsoever.
It'll use it eventually.
Well, I will argue that Farm Sim tries to find a balance between real life simulation and still keeping the game enjoyable. And there's so many mods out there, you can make Farm Sim as realistic as you would like. Maybe not perfectly realistic, but with all the mods available, if you play on PC, I know you console players, I understand that it's frustrating. But yeah, I mean, you can get mods that where you have to manually go attach your equipment. You can't just back up to it and attach it. You can get the manure system mod where you've got to move hoses and attach hoses to be able to pipe slurry into your slurry tanks, and there's all kinds of realism type stuff out there if you really want it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And don't forget real mud.
Oh yeah, real
Gosh,
mud.
too, yeah.
Yeah, the nightmare in multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to tell you guys, this Fendt 250 is off of Mod Hub, right? And you're talking about real mud, which instantly made me think about real dirt color, which is installed.
Mm.
This tractor is not getting dirty at all either. Oh, it did just start to use fuel though. It heard me.
It does get dirty. It just takes it a while.
Okay. Well, normally any other tractor, my tires would have been green by now.
Mine are.
It will
Yep.
run out of gas, I play, even if you're not on it and you leave it running. And unless you have a different mod installed, your tractors will shut down if you're too far away from them automatically. Now here's a little secret some of you may or may not know. If your tractor is below 20% fuel, like you're just about to run out of fuel, you can save the game and quit, and when you come back, the game will automatically refill you up to 20% fuel. It will never let you start a map out of gas unless you find a mod that allows for that.
Yep, and there is a mod that disables that function on Mod Hub.
Yes, there is.
Explains why my vehicles are always full of gas. Or never empty.
my tractor does have a motor. This is a very unique. Let me just pull this off for a second and let you guys. Well, I guess there's not much to do, but so this tractor, and this is a real life thing, guys. This really happens. It's not traditional. The motor is actually built in underneath the driver's seat and almost directly linked into the rear axle. And you can see right there by my left foot is the exhaust, which is incredibly dangerous, and I would probably die from carbon monoxide poisoning in real life. I think the exhaust needed to be somewhere else. What are you guys doing?
Oh, the exhaust's on the bottom. The top part is the intake.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Yep, the exhaust
Yeah,
actually exhausts right in front of the back tire.
I see that now.
If you-
So
if
that
you
is
melted
the air
the tire.
intake.
And that's actually where it's at in real life too.
That's interesting. They've built in the exhaust into the air intake, or at least made it into one component. I'm sure. Although maybe that's heating up the air to
No, it is two
improve
different
performance.
components. It's just very close. Like they run beside each other.
Yep, they run right
They are
beside one
different
another.
things. They are
That
different.
that pipe is literally sticking out of that. Oh no! You're right. I was looking at it
It's
wrong.
looks like it's very close.
Okay. Yeah, it probably did have a hot seat, I'll tell you. Hey, it mows backwards, too.
Probably does have a very hot seat. Well, I should leave that running during the day on a hot day, and the seat's black.
Now, the mowers that I've got on here, this has a central mower underneath the wagon portion, and then it's got butterfly mowers. These okay, they made two versions, one specifically for this tractor, but in that mod pack there is another that you can run on a regular tractor. And they're very cheap compared to your traditional PTO driven fancy schmancy mowers.
Well, to be fair, they're a whole lot simpler of a technology too.
That's true. And it's still, I mean, it says it's 7 meters, but I think it's wider than that. Or does it feel that way with a 4-meter tedder?
It
Yeah,
it
it's
feels
about
like
7.
it's about 6.5 to 7.
Cause I'm doing about 3 meters worth of grass.
It's the size. It's the size of the tractor that's throwing me off. I'm gonna back up a second, get a straighter line on this. What is that mower pack, caveman?
The lizard cutter set. Or something like that. I don't remember.
The lizard cutter set is the headers.
Um, give me a minute and I can figure it out.
Hey DJ, how you doing, bud? You have 1 minute, and we are timing you starting right now. You know, we're
I think my
actually.
chapters.
Did you not see DJ JD just say howdy, fellow humans?
Hello.
Well, I just refreshed it and I do now.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it. The last thing I saw was from Jonathan.
There's a very real possibility that we could end up with like 1 million liters of hay off of this.
Yeah, I don't think 1 million, but definitely a lot.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a lot.
I'm trying to think 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. I don't know, guys. This could be upwards of 1 million. I know we're not going to get it all collected on stream. Not with the little forage wagon we have.
That would take a very long time. That'd be like a 24-hour stream.
We might have
It is
to buy
called
us
the
a
cutter bar set.
cutter bar set. That's right.
And it requires the fence. If you go to download the cutter bar set through the in-game mod hub, it will automatically download that little fence.
Well, DJ, I was telling everybody earlier, and you missed it. We are going to be looking at doing some cattle on this, but right now we're more worried about only having $77,000 to work with. So right now, this is just for profit. Which,
You can sell that scooter I brought down. The guy said it was for a really good deal.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
We might have to, if we get real tight, we'll think about that.
I mean, I paid 14 million for it, so should be able to at least get one out of it.
All right, I'm gonna butcher this, but Demi Dumongsi, how you doing, Demi? We are doing quite well now that we've got Sharko straightened out. How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, bud. I don't know if are we farming legends, guys? He called us farming legends.
I don't
I
know.
would call some legend.
Not yet.
Maybe farming. I guess it'd be more like a quad now. FF.
Notorious.
Farming quad.
A
Notorious.
legend doesn't describe a quantity. Legend.
Oh, I know legend.
Legend describes notoriety. A level of notoriety.
I don't think we're exactly legends yet.
Joseph, yeah, as long as you have a different count for each one you can play, yeah.
Yeah, Josh,
just
absolutely.
basically-
You can definitely play.
That's what we're doing right now. Like, it's not the same house though.
That's why we have the money that we have, DJ. First thing we did this stream was sell off the timber we cut last stream to put in our road out to the meadow. And what did we get? Just short of 60 grand.
Yeah, just shy of 60 grand.
I have no clue. I don't have access to the bank account.
Not after you lost $14 million, you don't.
I just got here.
I know you went to that casino. I know you did.
What casino? There's no casino up there. Oh, I opened up a casino and gambled all my money.
Yeah, you opened up a casino just to gamble all the money away.
It's a long trip between there and here.
That's true.
Don't tell me there's
That is
not
very true.
there's not some kind of Native American casino up there somewhere.
Might be.
Well, it did for everybody, DJ. I was telling you missed that too, but I was telling everybody we've been tweaking things. Hopefully, I can get the stream a little more stable without going directly to my internet provider. But we'll see. We've made some changes. Hopefully, the stream will be a little more stable over time now.
We're hoping so.
We're hoping so.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had that long move to Nevada. Well, I have a new service provider, and I guess I'm figuring them out because it's not quite the quality of service provider that I had before. I had a 1 gigahertz connection before, and now I'm running 400 megabytes. Or I'm on a 400 meg connection. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to do what I can to make this as enjoyable for you guys as frequently
And I'm
as
over here with only 10.
10.
Are you
I don't know what Caveman has.
4 megabyte?
Okay.
4.
He's even worse than me.
4 megabyte.
Man, you guys,
What?
I couldn't do it. I could not.
Hey, to be fair though, for my area, a 4 megabyte connection is fast.
Same.
I know you keep
It's the
watching
fastest we can
the
get.
news for when is that when's that fiber coming into my area?
Oh yeah. Well, not even watching the news. It's more like talking to the
Truck
guys
is
that are
tr-
pulling it.
Right? I'll buy you a case of beer if you run that line straight out to my house. I'll tell you where the local where the local still is. Go get you
That's a
some
good way
good.
to get. That's a good way to get shot around here.
Well, okay, I'll tell you where to. You can buy the product from the local still. Yeah, you don't want to give away the bootleggers' hideouts or anything.
No, we sure don't.
I mean, okay, this is just the address of the place where you can buy it. Like, this is where it's all made.
4 megs is about the same speed as dial-up. No, dial-up at its heyday was 56K. That was the best you could get out of dial-up. Trust me,
I am the
Along-
one.
I know. I had dial-up running 56K.
I had 25K dial up, and I played World of Warcraft on that for years.
I played
The thing is, I'm actually
EverQuest on 56K dial-up also.
I only have half a meg up. Takes forever to upload anything.
Well, now I know why you stopped sending those sexy pics. Not that I wanted them, but you just kept sending them over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, yep. I can't send them anymore now because otherwise I won't be able to play any games.
I never wanted a picture of Sharko in a thong bikini, ever.
I don't even want to see myself in that.
To be fair, I don't want a picture of me in a thong bikini either, so... Nor does anybody on the planet. Trust me on this. Oh yeah, Jonathan, easily. Well, it was 1999 when EverQuest debuted.
So I am running though on a phone line.
And the DJ's running 25 down and 5 up. If you're not doing anything extreme, that's not terrible.
That's pretty good. Like you can watch like a 4K stream on that. So
As long as you don't have 87
Definitely.
other people sharing it.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, if it's just you, then yeah, that's fine.
There's so
Sound
many
and dial.
there's so many things kids will never know, Matt. In fact, I asked. We were just talking about vehicles and things, and I asked the guys here if they remember the foot switch high beam in cars, where you actually had to tap a switch with your foot to turn on your high beam headlights. Caveman, because he's a little more vehicle savvy, does, but Sharko, being much younger and prone to electric vehicles, has no idea what I'm even talking about.
I'm just not into old vehicles. I still drive I drive 2 trucks, a van, and an old car. But I say old car. It's a 2008, so not that old.
All right,
See, that's way too new for me.
here's a question. We'll find out who the old timers out there really are. Who used an AOL disc for a coaster? Anybody?
I want to ask what an AOL disk is.
So, when the internet first started, when it was first becoming a thing, there was a company called AOL. Are you familiar with AOL at all?
No.
So AOL kind of went out and captured a portion of the internet and kind of made their own internet
Mm.
and started making apps and software to utilize it. It was genuinely garbage, but nobody knew enough about the internet at that time to understand how much garbage it really was.
Mm.
And AOL's thing was they burned tons and tons, I mean tens of millions of CDs, and you could almost guarantee that you were going to get a CD from AOL in your mailbox at least once a week.
Wow.
No
Yep.
exaggeration. No exaggeration
for?
whatsoever. To connect to they were an internet service provider, and you could sign up with them, and it was almost impossible to turn your account off.
Wow. Oh, I'm assuming until they went bankrupt. It's not a company anymore.
They were bought out by
AOL's still
somebody, and they do
AOL's still a
exist.
company.
Is it?
Yep,
Yes.
it's still out there. It's just not
Oh.
prolific the way it once was. Oh, exactly. I played. I mean, these were CDs. They weren't DVDs.
Yep. I think I've still got a stack of those around here somewhere.
I don't even have a CD drive in my computer.
Oh, now Ryan's talking. He's still got his 286 in storage with the 2400 baud modem. I remember those too. I never had one. That was a little pre-me. My first modem was definitely 26K.
The oldest thing for a computer that I have in my house is a 360. An Xbox 360. It's the oldest thing I have electronic in my house.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe other than like... Actually, no, even the panel box has been revamped. So yeah. Maybe the furnace. The furnace might be older than that. I'm not sure.
I've still got a computer tower with what is it, the 5-something inch floppy drive.
Oh yeah, 5
Yeah, I
and a
used-
quarter inch. I remember those.
Yep, I've got a 5 1/4 inch floppy drive on a computer, and then I've got like 3 or 4 with the 3.5, or whatever the smaller floppy drives were that weren't actually floppy.
Hard ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Brent. America Online. I forgot. That's what they were. That's what they were called. America Online. AOL. America Online. That's right. I forgot about that.
Ah.
Necrotech. Yeah, they were frisbees.
Yep.
That's all they were good for. Frisbees and coasters. I guess you could belt them and make ashtrays out of them if you wanted to, except they have a hole in the bottom.
That's easily fixed with another one. You get enough of them.
That's true.
Yeah, you get enough of them.
Just
make
melt
sure-
them together.
Get enough
Or
of
just
them, make
use,
a
like-
table out of it.
Actually, I have seen some. You use them as like a floor. You put like an epoxy over top of them. They make like a really shiny dance floor.
I
Does anybody
play.
else-
Those actually weren't DVDs. They're similar to a DVD, but they're not DVDs. But I know what you're talking
Oh.
about. Video discs.
Video discs.
And back in
They were
the
actually different.
back in the 80s, they had video disc players, and they did look a lot like a standard LP.
I do know, yeah, they're very similar, but the way they were coded or used were different.
My brother actually has a few of those, and he's got the player to go with them.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I was gonna say basically that most people, like where they store their games, are still using those types of discs.
Sure.
Most computers use those discs. I mean, now obviously they're in different format that you can't take out, but
And
they
that's
still
a,
use that technology.
that's a good call, Ed. I forgot about. I've been trying to get to your comment, bud. Yeah, CompuServe. I forgot about those guys. I remember
$6 a
CompuServe.
minute.
Hey, if you're going to download porn, it's going to cost
You're watching like 1 pixel at a time.
you.
That's how you'd be able to download.
Well,
It cost you like $600.
and we didn't have a lot of
Gosh,
websites and
Christ.
stuff to visit. They weren't out there. If you wanted to post a message to somebody, you had to go to what was known as a BBS, a bulletin board system that were integrated into your internet functionality. Things of that nature. I mean, man, now I'm starting to feel really old. Oh, and I totally remember Oregon Trail. Yeah, laser discs. That's it, Skeeter. That's the name I couldn't think of, but thank you. Laser discs were very much what they were called.
Yeah. Remember, like, to play them in your computer, like the DVDs or whatever, you had to have a separate drive in your computer. I do remember that much.
Well,
Weren't
ha-
laser
they ha-
discs the huge ones?
yeah, they're the size of a LP. If you don't know what an LP is, because you live in the CD technology or strictly digital download of music, LPs are the 12-inch records.
I've got some of those, and I've got a couple of 8-tracks as well.
I used to have a record player.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Oh gosh, I remember that too. Oregon Trail, that was a big deal though back in high school when computers were first becoming a thing. Downloading in the 90s. Okay. Yeah. So there were an awful lot of pictures posted on sites that you could access, and you're talking about either it was a 28K and then it upgraded to a 56K modem. And if you came across a high quality 100 kilobyte picture, you had to queue it because it would take you like 10 minutes to download that. Just a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, welcome back, FF.
Welcome back.
Yeah, my first
Welcome
computer
back.
was a Commodore 64
I don't remember my first computer.
with
Oh,
a
gosh.
5 1/4 inch floppy disk, just like Caveman was talking about.
Mine was a Gateway.
I think the first computer I did have a floppy disk game. I'm curious now if it was a floppy disk or not.
Well, yeah, but you were probably running the 3 1/2 inch, the hard plastic ones.
I think it was a hard one. It was a hard one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
these weren't as floppy as the discs that they housed, but they were still.
Oh, I do know what a floppy disk looks like. I've
Yeah.
had one and I've actually used them in a computer. Definitely know what they are. It's very weird holding something that's like that floppy that you read information off of.
That's a good point too, Jonathan. If you didn't have a dedicated phone line for your computer, and you're in the middle of a raid or something, you better hope you don't get a phone call.
That was the worst part about trying to play WoW back in the day.
Yep.
The worst part.
Same with EverQuest.
Be in the middle of raiding Stormwind with like 80 people, and then great grandma calls
All right,
to
Jonathan.
talk for 4 hours.
I used to make my roommate angry back in the day because I think he had his computer set up to check his email at like 4 in the morning, so it would actually pick up the phone line and dial out. And I used to go in and disconnect the phone line from his room so that it wouldn't interrupt me playing at 4 in the stupid
my
morning. Hey, you gotta have priorities. Besides, he was
Yeah,
he was a jerk anyway, so I didn't mind it's email. I mean, how important could it be? Just mom saying, Oh, are you okay, son? But he was a jerk. Anyway, moving right along. 286. Oh,
When
DJ.
when did
8
so when did
tracks.
Ooh.
8 tracks had good quality, but their size alone just made them unmanageable. They were destined
What?
to be replaced.
So when did floppy disks, like the hard ones, get up or like stop becoming common?
Well, eventually, I genuinely don't know.
Let's say, because the game I played when I was little was made in 2002. Like that's when it was released. So I don't remember if it was. I know it had a floppy disk drive for a fact. Just trying to remember if it was the game itself was a floppy or not.
Well, some people kept the floppy drive long after it went extinct for certain things.
Well, that's what you used to have your boot discs and recovery discs on
Mm-hmm.
for Windows.
Yep. For a while, that's all you needed them for. I remember for one of the computers I had, that's the only thing I ever had for them.
Yep.
That was Windows 95, I think.
Well, even for the longest time, you had CDs too, for all that. Now you just have, well, just have the USB that has it on it.
Actually, Patrick, reel-to-reel tape recorders are still very much a thing. They still get used quite frequently, and a lot of people swear by the recording quality on them. For whatever reason, my brother has an extreme interest in recording and antiques. And so he's got all of this crap. He's got a Laserdisc player with Laserdiscs. He's got a reel-to-reel tape recorder that he uses all the time, but he's also on his computer all the time. He's got
Well, a lot of
a bunch of different old antique record players, like 78, the stand-up wood crank handle record players. And he's even got a record player that is cylinders. The records are made out
Wow.
of wax cylinders. It was the
those
first.
Those are really rare and old.
They're actually not as rare as you might think.
Well, I know they made a lot of them, but they're very old.
And the records are dirt cheap. I mean, you can buy one for about $5 at an antique mall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 10 on a bad day, and he'll get one that's junky, and he knows he's got all the connections to restore it, get the mechanics working again, and yeah. Found some floppy disks with Windows 10 on them. What, you got like about 100? Because that's how many
maybe
floppy
like
disks it would
1,000.
take.
I was gonna say it might have the key on it, maybe the Windows key, but I doubt it'd have Windows on it because Windows is like 20 gigs. Those things could not handle 20 gigs.
Dimmy, so Dimmy just brought us back into the harsh reality of now. Listen to this. You guys are going to be amazed if you haven't read it already. Intel i9 9900 GeForce RTX 2080. Intel Optane 905p 960 gigabyte memory, HyperX Predator RGB 32 gigabyte.
It's really fast storage there for your.
That is a
fast
mega
storage.
machine.
I was gonna say the Optane is not something to joke around with. That is fast.
Congratulations, man. He said he saved for 3 years to reach the goal of being able to put that machine together. Good for you, bud.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
It's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, it may have been just a product key from FF. I have heard people doing that.
yeah, Patrick makes a good point. It was Windows 1.0, not 10.
That's a possibility too.
It actually is. Actually,
Yeah, I
what
believe
it
it.
probably is
But
just the software to link you to a download of Windows 10.
maybe, yeah. Or like I said, the
Yeah.
product key. Because there was such thing as you could insert it to a computer and it would boot off that. Like, it'd read the code and then boot off the drive, but needed the code first to activate.
Hey,
That is a
Bradley.
thing.
Welcome to the stream.
Hey,
Hey, Bradley.
The Factor. Welcome, welcome, Ben Fothergill. Outstanding, dude. We got lots of folks coming in. We're up to 44 now, guys.
Oh,
oh,
wow.
nice.
Very nice for a
Thank you,
midweek
everyone, for
stream.
coming
This is a record-setting
Yeah.
midweek stream. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming in and watching.
Absolutely. Anybody who missed Sunday, man, we were going strong. We were breaking records left and right. What you guys were.
I wasn't.
Because we've got some of the best viewers in farm stim history as far as I'm concerned. I might be a little biased, though. Bradley, my first computer actually ran Windows 95 also. No, that's not true. My first real computer, because I had the Commodore 64, and then there were many years between the 64 and my next computer. And the next computer I bought had a 28K modem, but it was running Windows 95.
First computer I ever had did run 95.
That's
That was in like 2008.
That's a good point too, Frank. Most Windows or most computers that are capable of running Windows 10 wouldn't have a floppy disk drive anyway.
Mm-hmm. Maybe someone somehow made a floppy disk or something.
I feel
I
like
got
we've
one
mowed more of this field than it looks like we've mowed.
I know.
And no, I'm not trying to mow perfectly. I don't care if I get every fart and wrinkle on this field. All right, Ed, take care. Watch the.
Yep. Take care.
Tell Thor we said hi.
I mean, if you really wanted to be fast, you'd only mow a little bit of hay, get it to pick up, and then just continue going over the grass and it'd still pick it up as hay.
What?
It doesn't work like that, Sharko.
But is it not with ones
Does
we have?
not. Nope, it does
Aw.
not work like that with this.
So what, you're saying that if I mow grass that's under hay, it will just automatically make it hay?
No. If you like when you go over with a collector, and there's already hay in it, it'll just pick up anything underneath it as hay.
Oh, I know what you're saying. It's got to be like 2,000 or 3,000 liters, though.
Yeah, it's
And
doesn't
actually,
exactly work like that.
And it doesn't work anymore anyway. I know. I've run into this problem recently. Where like a forage wagon will start deleting, like if you've got grass and hay mixed together, it'll pick up a little hay and delete it and turn it to grass. And then it will pick up a little grass and turn and delete it when you pick up a little bit of hay.
Yep.
Are we getting?
My computer? Oh, game crashed.
Uh-oh.
It says game paused.
Your game
I
crashed.
don't think it's paused. Well, it says game paused, and then it also said left, and I can't do anything.
Eric, in those days, laptops were about $1,000 a pound. That's pretty funny. If you've got a if you got a laptop that was running Windows 95, that actually is pretty impressive.
What
Wow.
about one running Windows 98?
That's
98.
that's still pretty impressive.
I mean, I don't have one, but I know somebody that does.
Advancing technology and to
I,
minimize it, make it small enough for a laptop to run efficiently. I mean, that takes a long time, or took a long
I've
time.
loaded I've loaded Windows XP onto a Chromebook.
You are an animal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't understand why you just didn't put Windows 7 on it, but...
Oh no, it's just because I could. The
Well, I mean,
keypad.
I did put Windows XP on an Android phone one time, so...
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it was the mouse pad is a school laptop or Chromebook, and the Chromebook's mouse pad was broken or peeling off, so we basically just decided to load Windows XP onto it because we had a product key for it. So we wanted to see if it would still work.
Okay.
There it goes. I can see why you were having trouble with this tether initially, Sharko. It's a little bit slow to operate when it first gets started. Man, that thing hauls the mail, though. No wonder you were
Oh yeah, it's
asking me how
fast.
fast I was going.
I'm gonna be joining back in now, or whatever time makes sense.
Whenever. Go ahead. Bring it on. I think we need to start thinking about collecting up what we've mowed.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a good idea.
Synchronizing data with other players.
It shouldn't take as long as it did because it's a small map.
No, you're in quick.
That was very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait.
This is so much more manageable
It
than
is.
the Yukon was. Well, if we are genuinely going to collect up what we've got mowed, and I think that's probably a smart decision. We need to turn in the tedders as long as we've got everything tedded for windrowers.
I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that everything is windrowed around these rocks, because that seems to be where a lot of stuff gets messed, is around the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright, that one's good.
If you're gonna double check, then I'm gonna go take this over and grab a windrower.
Alright.
65 computers, Eric. $65 computers.
That's a lot of computers.
That is a lot of computers.
I mean, how do you use all 65 at one time?
A
You
server?
turn them into a render bank? That'd be one heck of
Yeah.
a render bank. A render farm, I mean.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, you can make a heck of a render farm with one server, like a $300 or $400 cheap server.
You can now. Back in the day, you had machines stacked up next to each other.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was back then.
Full to pickup. Wow.
Wow.
Good night, Dennis.
And he... Take
Night,
care,
Dennis.
Dennis. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you being here. That could have been worth something there, Eric. 65 computers over time. Woo.
Yeah, bananas peel better from the bottom, not the top.
That's true, they do.
took me quite a long time to realize that. So my sister came out one day and just told me.
That bananas peel better from the bottom and not the top.
Virtual machines are actually not as bad now.
I remember some of them used to be nightmarish.
Well, especially with the price of everything nowadays. Virtual machines are just better. So you don't need a good computer, you just need a computer that works. And a good internet connection to run a virtual machine.
Well, you can also do local virtualization too.
Yeah, you could do that too, yeah.
So are you done cutting, Harv?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I know I just abandoned that, but I wanted to grab Sharko's tractor and get the tedding done. If Sharko isn't doing anything, he could grab the mower and bring it back in.
I already did.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't know where it goes though.
It goes right in this patch of grass right in front of the front door of the house.
Yep.
It has the place of honor on the farm.
Why is it fun?
Yeah,
Harv has to have his fan.
that's right. Absolutely.
This thing a beeper? Oh no, it's the brakes.
Necrotech, raise your hand if you're tired of logging. It comes and goes. It comes and goes in spurts. There are days when I could just log and log and log some more, and there are other days when I'm like, if I have to log one more time, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Not literally.
Figuratively.
Wow, this tedder is working already, and I haven't even started.
Nice.
This thing hauls the mail too. Oh, very nice, Bradley. Good for you, bud. How's that working out for you? In the barn, Sharko, is you can either grab FF's blue Ford tractor or you can grab the International. And behind the barn, we have a forage wagon.
Okay.
I think that's all of the stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it's all been tedded now.
Excellent. No worries, I play. Yeah, we don't have a standard topic. We just talk.
This is more of a podcast with a game in the background.
Sometimes, yeah.
Times, yes.
But that's okay because it's the only time I get to play just to play. Which is really what my streams are about. Giving me the opportunity to play and hang out with you guys. Meaning everybody. Obviously Sharko and Caveman, but you know, the subscribers, the people who support the channel, man. You all are important to me.
All the subscribers are important.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Be careful with that thing, Sharko. It turns on a dime.
It's nice getting out of the barn. Actually.
Which one did
Very
you
sharp.
choose?
The Ford.
Ah,
It looked like the easiest to get out.
alright. Well, I was going to try to do
Don't
it
trust
just
myself.
in rows, but I think edging the field is going to be the smarter move right now. So, anything interesting happening in the world for you folks out there? Anything? Bradley's doing his classes to learn how to mod. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, well, thank you so much, DJ. Thank you very much, man. It's kind of you to say.
Oh no.
What, did you put it in a lake already?
No, Morse doesn't have enough power.
Well, get the international.
Yeah, I'll have to.
The international was the better choice anyway, in my opinion. But I'm
I'll
biased.
say, great day. This little farmall of mine will pull it. Might not pull it fast, but it'll pull it.
This pulls it at 1 mile an hour.
So does this farmall.
I don't know why you didn't just go with the international anyway. At least this windrow's fast. It doesn't windrow wide, but it windrows fast.
Well, that's good.
I agree, I play. When it comes to streaming, it's definitely about the community. The community definitely makes the stream, and you guys are an awesome community, absolutely. Well, congratulations, Jordan. Your aunt and uncle are going to be grandparents. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I need a warranty.
So your cousin is going to have a baby. Very good.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
That'll make you a second cousin. And yes, Sharko does need a warranty. Well, no, because his insurance
Well,
company came after him for $14 million, apparently.
I thought I spent it all at the casino.
Well,
Huh?
since you're not being honest about it, we have to come up with different stories as to what really happened.
I told you.
No, you didn't. Dude, there is no way 3 harvesters, half a dozen tractors, good God, 10 or 12 semis, and that's just what I can think of quickly off the top of my head, ended up at the bottom of a frickin' river. Not even Sharko's capable of that much destruction.
Maybe I sold them.
Yeah, you sold them, and where's the money? Because there was $14 million.
Well, it's over there on the scooter.
That's a $1,000 scooter at best.
Well, I paid
Maybe
15
Cherokee
million
got
for it.
ripped off.
That scooter better be made out of solid frickin' gold with diamonds all over it and platinum. It better be the scooter to end all scooters. It better be doing favors for you after the lights go out. Let me tell you, that's the kind of scooter
Well, it's
it better
electric,
be for
and
$14 million.
I had to charge it since I got left.
You just keep digging this hole deeper. You are full of more crap.
Maybe the insurance company did come and go knocking on the door, and I fled.
So where's the money?
Well, the bank called me and said there's a big draft. So technically the money's still there, but it's also not there.
So
It's on hold.
what big draft?
It's a hold, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't receive any calls from attorneys or receive any papers saying that if you don't respond to this action, we're going to tie up your funds.
At least that's what
Neither
the
did
person
I.
who showed up at the door said.
Oh, and you're the person who answers those emails who say, um, I've got $10,000 waiting for me in account, but if I can only get it if you can help me escape my village in Zimbabwe. And I can only escape my village in Zimbabwe if you can forward me $3,000. If you do that, I'll split the $50,000 I will get. You're the guy who answers those emails, aren't you?
Well, he said if I gave him $2 million, he would give me 15 down the line. So,
You're killing me, man. You're absolutely killing me.
whatever the people think I did. What did I do? Chat?
Yeah,
What
let's
did
let Chat
I-
figure out what he did.
There you go.
With $14 million and probably another $20 million in equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan thinks it's the insurance company for all the my trucks I've sunk.
Aw. Jordan has a second cousin on the way, and Bradley has a pumpkin on the way.
Cool.
Very nice.
Well,
His,
they're not secretly knowing it's.
his
That's
pumpkin
nice, cute
sprouted.
What they don't know is I actually have I own an island somewhere with a big mansion and everything.
We know you ripped us off. It's all right.
I wish that
why
was
you don't-
true.
We'll get you back.
I wish
That's why
I
you-
wish that was true.
All that money's in an offshore bank account somewhere.
If that was true. I don't think I'd be here.
That's what you were doing all that time we were on island life. You were setting up offshore bank accounts to funnel money into. Okay, I see how it is now.
Well, I need something to fund all my trucks.
Well, chat's coming up with good ideas. Your wife left you and took all the money. The Environmental Protection
that-
Agency came after you. Fines
Oh,
for
no.
for pollution up in the Yukon. Because you wrecked so many tractors it polluted the waterways.
Not because there's oil, not because there's oil spills or anything. Just 'cause there's too many trucks parked in there.
And Too Cool thinks you spent it all on one of those paddle ball games with the rubber band and the ball attached to the paddle.
But those are fun. Well, I have a full trailer.
Go sell it.
That's awesome, Bradley. Bradley's mom is eavesdropping on the stream. She heard me talk about Jordan having a second cousin and Bradley having a pumpkin. She got a good chuckle out of that apparently, and was quite happy to hear that it wasn't Bradley having the the baby. Okay, man, what are you doing to these corners?
Trying
Where do I
not to
sell-
glitch or lag.
Do I sell the grass all the way in the city? Or town?
No, no.
No.
We own
No.
a bale barn.
We're
Okay.
selling it to ourselves.
We're
So where
selling
is
it.
that?
It's the barn that has all the seed and
Oh,
fertilizer and
okay.
stuff in it. There's a sell point right in front of it. And that's what the first 25,000 liters. I'm telling you guys, we got 1,000,000 liters on this field.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna need more than one forage wagon to pick it all up. Except we apparently don't have another vehicle that will haul a forage wagon.
Not at any good speed, anyway.
So,
Am I in the right spot? A big pile of hay on the ground.
well, you have a forage wagon. It wouldn't have been that hard to pick it back up.
Well, that's true.
Alright, I'm cutting back over, Caveman. It's getting too hard to stay in a lane to give you room to work. So you can cut over to my right. Well, Demi, it's not a field actually. It's a meadow. We just happen to own the meadow, and it has natural grass growing on it, and we're waiting on our crops. We've got 2 fields with crops, but those crops are taking a long time to grow, and we needed some extra money. So Sharko just sold off the first load of hay, 25,000 liters, and that was $2,750. So we're not quite ahead on the day because we still have to pay for the windrowers and, well, the leasing of the windrowers and the tedders.
Oh, actually, a really good idea. The reason where all that money went was to an insurance company. Like, I made myself an insurance company so I could afford all the vehicles that crash.
Then you owe us
Bradley got that.
a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
You owe Caveman and I $5 million apiece.
Well, you guys are insured under this insurance company too.
For $5 million, I would be insured for the next 2,472 years.
Yeah, for that kind of price, what the...
All right.
keep saying great for like 30 times.
Take care, Bruce.
You know,
have a good one.
grandkids would still be insured.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Look-
Get Harv's family's insured forever.
Are we crisscrossing each other again?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're running
You guys just
faster
make
than I
circles around
am.
the
Why
field.
is that?
I don't know. I just hit the cruise control. Right
I
now
did-
it tells me I'm going 2 miles an hour.
I hit cruise control too, and I'm running 14. I guess we're pacing each other now.
But I'm also sitting here with like almost a half second of pain.
Yeah, I've experienced that before. Came in too. Sucks.
So I'm doing the best I can.
Well, I found more diesel on the map.
Hey, Murray Carter, welcome to Harv's World. Thanks,
Okay.
man. I appreciate the subscription. Glad to have you here, bud. Thank you so much.
I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna make it one trip around this field.
No, you won't.
Nope.
You'll make it, what, about a quarter of the way around?
No, I'd say maybe about half.
Man, what were we thinking?
Hey, I just got here. I was told to start working.
It's not my fault, man. They just
I
told me to.
literally just got off here off a scooter, and they're like, "Okay, you're helping us cut a field."
Yeah, he rode a scooter all the way in from the Yukon. He
Oh, I
got put
can
straight to
afford.
work.
Yeah, like
That's all I
2,000
can
miles.
afford.
I just scooted in from the Yukon, and boy, are my legs tired.
The real reason why, well, actually, all the money went to the hotel rooms.
Dude,
That's what happened.
you are
I
not
don't
making this better for yourself.
No.
Not at all.
I was just saying, I spent money on everything. I made an insurance company. I went to the casino. The insurance company came after me. I paid for all the hotel rooms.
Yep, you are not making this better at all.
Well, the real question is, what is he not telling us that he did?
All right, DJ, take care, bud. Have a great one, man. Thanks
Take
for
care,
thanks
DJ.
for joining us.
Yep.
Oh, we got hooked up on each other, and
Sorry,
I don't
I
know.
was approving a comment that got held.
Oh, I didn't even see it get held.
It got another full trailer.
Yeah.
Slow go solo, yes.
Yeah, there is a lot going on this map, Matt. Let me tell you, a lot going on. We're,
Mm-hmm.
we're actually to a point where we're wondering how we're going to manage it all. Well, we will, because we have mad farming skills, but we are going, dude, there's a lot going on this map.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is.
And that doesn't mean you have to come out with little tiny tractors and mow 700 acres of meadow either. But
How
hopefully
long
it'll
have you
make
guys
us
been
some
set up down
decent
here?
money. How what?
How long have you guys been set up down here?
Set up down where
So
what?
well, it took me a good week to come down here in the scooter.
We
Not
were set
that
up
long.
here about 2 days after we left you.
Ah. So it took you guys 2 days. It took me a week.
Yeah.
Oh, too
Pretty
cool. It won't let you hit the join button on mobile? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah. No, have heard there is a weird issue with joining the join button on Apple, YouTube, and some Android users.
That's a YouTube issue.
Yeah.
That's not a you did something wrong hard. That's a YouTube screwed up somewhere.
It seems like my alert queue's not working either. Not the way it's supposed to be anyway.
Well, tech never works the way you want it to when it's live.
Right?
It'll be like everything will work perfect before stream. As soon as stream happens, potato. Just does not work.
Right. But it worked fine last time.
Yeah, but your internet didn't.
Well, ever since it's probably FF's fault. Ever since FF did his membership, I haven't seen any other activity. And somebody just said that they just subscribed to the channel, so maybe they mean just subscribed, like within a day or two, but haven't seen any activity happening. We haven't had any loud rock and roll music and screaming whatever going on to scare the crap out of me.
Well, no, because Harville jump.
I actually do. There are times I go, holy crap, what the heck was that? I'm not used to it yet.
He'll get used to it eventually.
Yeah, 6 months from now, I'll be going, dude, there's that rock music again.
Yeah, and then by then he'll choose to do something else.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Well, all of these are a work in progress. It's all brand new. I'm learning the technology as I go, so they're bound to change at some point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Too Cool. Take care, bud. You have a good night, man.
Yep. Take care, Too Cool. Be safe out there on the road tonight.
Yep.
Rusty, outstanding. And welcome back, man. Rusty has been called away for several weeks to work. We haven't seen him on stream for a while, and he checked back
Glad
in
to
with
have
me.
you back.
Yeah, he checked back in with me not too long ago, and it's good to have Rusty back with us. He's been around for one of the long-time supporters of Harv's World also. Good
least-
lord,
at least
what were we thinking?
I was gonna say, at least I don't own anything that I can go above 5 miles an hour.
That scooter was going more than 5 miles an hour.
Was.
Okay, it's going 8.
Well, we also passed him on the downhill too, so he had gravity on his side.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Caveman, not Jonathan, I'm sorry. Bradley has a question for you about a broken wire on his Logitech heavy equipment pack.
If you broke the wire, you most likely they might make you pay for one. If they might make you pay for a new wire if it's easy to unattach. It's not easy to unattach. Either you have to go and get the wire repaired, or buy a new one. They might do it like for a cheaper cost or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Sharko on that.
The only way to know is to contact them and whenever they tell you.
Yeah.
Now, do you know why I quit mowing? You have any idea why I quit mowing now?
Oh yeah, I know exactly why you quit mowing now.
Good lord.
So they might want you to send it back then to them. They might give you then a replacement there, or I don't know.
Yeah, Rusty, I am all settled in. The new job is going as well as can be expected. It's a steep learning curve, a lot of training. I'm not actually into the work yet, which is what I'm really looking forward to. I've got several weeks of training yet, it seems like, before I actually start getting my feet wet and doing the actual physical job. Man, there's a lot of training. Federal programs are extremely complex.
I know I worked at a place where they had to do stair training.
Stair training?
Tell you how to go up and down stairs.
For what?
And it was not government. It's just how to walk up and down stairs. If you have something in your hand, if you don't have something in your hand, they have to do stair training.
Oh, I'm talking about legal expertise and
And all that.
and understanding all of the implications and the fine details of every program that we manage and administrate. I bet in the last week and a half I've read 5,000 pages.
Ouch. No, thank you.
Not exaggerating. Now they're not
You can.
tightly
can
packed
have that.
pages, but they're tightly packed enough. Research has always been one of my favorite things to do, so it's not that bad. Why do you think I started the world tour? Gives me a chance to research new and interesting places.
Well, the 8 months is warranted for what happens to them. They might deem that the wire breaking is your fault, meaning
Normal
like,
wear and tear.
it might be normal wear and tear. They might not classify it as wear and tear. The only people who know is them. So, like if it was me, I would fix it, but it'd also be really bad looking.
It
Like,
also
I don't care. I'll just throw it together. But it's a pain in the
Yeah.
butt to do that for like USBs and all that. It's a pain trying to fix those wires because they're so small.
you're talking about
That's not a USB.
You're talking about
it's more like
splicing
a
'em?
Phone cable.
Oh, is it more of a phone cable? That's even
Yeah.
worse. That's even worse. I've had to fix an Ethernet cable once, and that was not fun.
Alright,
Well,
guys.
it's not fun.
We need a plan here.
Yeah,
Because,
because I'm just finishing the first row.
right? And you've got almost 3 trailer loads.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have a tractor that will pull
Another one.
another one of those.
Well, I've got a plan.
What's your plan?
Took Sharko 2 weeks to get here. Now he's got 2 weeks to collect it.
Absolutely.
Well, see you guys in 5 streams from now.
He'll still be here working on it.
25,000 liters at a time.
Yeah, I think I'd run out of diesel before that happens.
You know what? I bet would happen.
Hmm.
We'd go off somewhere to have a beer, and mysteriously we'd have a $500,000 tractor and a $180,000 forage wagon running around this picking up grass, and because magically Sharko just happens to have millions of dollars sitting around somewhere.
Probably.
That's totally what would happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you play that little innocent game. We know better. We've worked with you long enough.
Better.
Well, you have access to the bank account. You can see what happened to it.
Not if you took it all out in one lump sum. It's just going to show one withdrawal.
Well, if it's all one, if I took it all out at once, you'd see that massive draw.
Well, I'm going to have to go check and verify that what my suspicions are, or that my suspicions are true. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Today we're running faster than he is.
This thing slows down the more full it gets. Not by much though, but it does little.
I mean, I would expect it to slow down some for the extra weight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, once the thing comes back up though, it's fine. Frank, Harv has access to the account, so I didn't just leave it all in the Yukon. Is Harv there?
I mean, yeah, Harv's here, I guess. He's still moving.
Sorry, I had to step away for just a second.
Oh.
Yes. Well, Sharko didn't have access to the Yukon map. So that's not what we're talking about. Wow, Jordan, 10 years. That's a long time, dude.
Like Rusty's.
There you go. See, that's Rusty's cop skills kicking in right there. Absolutely.
What's Bitcoin?
Oh, don't even. You know how many hours I've spent after the stream listening to you guys go on and on about the 87 different types of frickin' 87 different types of currency out there, electronic currency.
It's cryptocurrency, but yes.
I don't.
An electronic form of currency.
That's true.
Yes, that's true. It is an electronic form of currency, yeah. It was financed through my own banking, my own money I make.
If somebody would just give me 1 Bitcoin, I would be very happy.
You won't be saying that in 6 months.
Nope,
Is it supposed to crash?
it is crashing.
Bitcoin is crashing.
It's still over 40,000.
No, I think it's only around 12,000. I think now.
I
It's
got
still
a
a
feel.
lot.
I got a feeling it's gonna stop somewhere around $100 before it starts to climb again.
Why is it crashing so hard?
It's banned in
Because
China.
China outlawed crypto mining.
Mhm.
Wouldn't that be a
It's
good
powered.
thing? That would mean there are less Bitcoins out there?
Yes,
Well,
but it
China
doesn't mean
also, as part of that ban, they also had to sell off all the currency they had.
yeah.
Oh
So the
gosh, so they
stock
flooded the
like,
market.
The
Well,
market
not
is
just that.
extremely flooded.
When you sell it, it takes processing power to process it. So all the people who were trying to mine for Bitcoin can't now because their computers being overrun by trying to sell all the coin. So, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
same
you can only sell so
process
many
to
at a time.
mine as it is to sell, basically, on the computing side of it.
That seems
So,
weird.
Mhm.
well,
It's the most secure cryptocurrency in the world because it's so hard to crack.
hmm
I think we're done windrowing.
I
Thank
think we
God.
are too.
Well, you need to be saving up that money there, Jordan, and starting your own pig farm, man. Work for yourself. That's what I thought, Skeeter. I would have sworn that I saw that Bitcoin was still in the 40,000s range, between 40 and 50,000. Saw that recently on the news. I know I did.
Maybe it's gone back up, but I'm pretty sure it's crashed. It did crash, definitely. Maybe it went back up.
Yeah, it was definitely crashing.
It might still be crashing, but I I know I saw a news report just a few days ago that said Bitcoin, maybe within the last 48 hours actually, that said Bitcoin was sitting around what Skeeter said 45.
Um,
Okay,
Bradley, your
right now it's sitting at 45,840.
oh, Windows 11, if you built your own computer or it's a custom built computer, you won't be able to upgrade to Windows 10 or Windows 11 because there's a thing that custom built computers don't include that Windows 10's or Windows 11's needing. If you bought it from a provider, it has to be in there, so you're good.
Josh was able to get an RX 6600 for MSRP today.
Wow.
Wow.
So does that mean China outlawing all of the mining is going to start bringing chip prices back down, and so we might
It has
actually
a
be able
little.
to get computer parts again at reasonable prices?
It's
It
gonna
has a
start
little. It has a
bringing
little, but not a lot so far.
your common mining parts are going to go down in price, which are going to be a lot of the AMD graphics cards that are mid tier, a lot of mid tier NVIDIA cards, and older NVIDIA cards, and your quad core processors are going to drop in price. And also some of your cheap motherboards and your multi card motherboards are going to drop in price.
Bitcoin won't be dead, but the reason why Bitcoin also is banned in China is because it takes a lot of power to do a little bit of processing. And it does not scale nicely. Because there's only a certain amount allowed in the world, and there can only be so many sold within a time period. So, it is limited to what it can do. But it's not going to die, it'll always be around. It's just how many people are actually going to volunteer for it. It's just like basically the state's currency to Canada currency. That's really what it is, except for it's its own country.
Okay.
If you go and work there,
So, do you guys have a solution for collecting all of this bloody grass?
No.
I already told you. Let Sharko do it.
Well, I agree with that, but we might want to use that land at some point, and he's not going to be here on Sunday. It'll be FF, so FF will get stuck doing it. Well, our poppies are coming in.
Well, Sharko's got to finish before he's allowed to leave.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. Okay. I'm just checking out our fields, see how they're doing.
Yeah, I figured I'd ride over and check him out too.
I should do like a 48-hour live stream with me just doing it.
Yeah, that works.
Well, I can tell you guys, I think maybe the adjustments that we made are working. I'm going to knock on wood on this because we haven't run into stream buffering. Our stream
That's
is, I'm knocking on big time wood here.
The thing,
Go ahead.
sorry, just say Bradley. The thing with Bitcoin is when no one wants it, it'll go up in price. When everyone wants it, it'll go down in price. So when it dies, it'll become very big.
Which is really contradictory and to the laws of supply and demand.
It's how the stocks work, kind of. It's like, if people are selling, it's going to drop, but if no one's selling, prices skyrocket.
Yeah, basically, and everybody's selling right now. They're selling their Bitcoin right
So
now.
it'll drop hugely, and then when it drops to below point, everyone will want it because it's so cheap.
There you go, Rusty. Sharko has to do all of that grass off stream.
And apparently while I'm working too.
That's right. I mean,
Okay, it was down to 30,000, so it has gone back up.
if we leased
What do we do
another,
now?
if we leased another loading wagon, that's half a load of hay. But we don't have anything to pull it. That's the real problem. And even leasing, no, small tractor, a small tractor that would pull it.
That is the thing. Money has no real value. It's just what the money we put into it. Like $1 bill is only worth $1 bill because we say it's worth $1.
Yeah,
It's the value that you assign to it.
exactly.
Oh, actually, we could lease a couple more of these cases and a couple more loading wagons.
All right, that's what you want to do.
We might have to.
I don't think we have a choice.
I don't think so either.
Because for each setup, it's basically going to cost us a load of hay for each one. And I'm not making these like the others. I'm just down and dirty grabbing whatever I can get.
Okay,
Keep
where's the
this.
loading wagon?
It's coming. I just wanted a different, make sure, yep.
Well, hi, Steven. Steven said hi.
Hey, Stephen Murray, how
Hello,
you doing,
Stephen.
bud? All right, Sharko, go get your tractor. I want mine back.
Yeah. It's in the field.
Thank you. That's better. So, I think we can have all the cows we want if we can make this kind of hay off of field or just standard grass. Imagine what
Oh yeah.
a grass field would produce.
Silage?
Well, we could have made silage, except we don't have any bunkers.
And you need a massive bunker.
Oh yeah.
Our costs a lot. A lot we don't have.
All in good time.
Here's one, like diamonds. Diamonds should only be worth $100 when they are like 10,000.
That's a very good
Diamonds are
point.
diamonds are not rare at all.
Nope.
They just make them rare. For supply and demand.
Well, they have a monopoly,
Yep.
and that's
very true.
exactly the reason why countries like the U.S. don't allow monopolies. Even though some companies
do.
get away with them.
Well, there's multiple companies, so it's not technically a monopoly, but they all agree on it to store what they have to keep the prices very high because they all benefit from it.
Right.
It sounds like a monopoly with extra steps.
Yeah.
You remember
Basically.
back in the day when they used to say they were trying to make that rule that you should spend, what was it, 25% of your annual salary on whatever engagement ring you were buying. That's what
It's 3 months of it's 3 months of your pay, yeah.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Mhm.
Talk about somebody trying to manipulate you into giving them more of your cash.
Oh yeah.
All right, Rusty. Take care, bud. Really appreciate you being back. Missed having you around,
Yep.
man. Look forward to more of it.
Oh yeah. Definitely looking forward to you being around more.
Oh yeah. I wish I could be around more.
I wish I could be around more.
I think we all do.
Yeah, I think we all
Caveman's
do.
Caveman's the only one here that's just like, but I'm always here.
Caveman is always here,
Even when I'm not.
like clockwork.
Yeah. Caveman, when was the last time you missed a stream?
The one that I couldn't get logged into.
You
That's
didn't miss it though. You're still there for it.
I was there, I just wasn't there.
well,
Yeah.
isn't De Beers the monopoly that controls all the diamonds anyway? And that was their advertisement that was saying, yeah, you should be spending at least 3 months' salary if you really love your girl. And I'm like, if my girl insists I spend 3 months' salary on her engagement ring, I'm gonna drop her like a bad habit. If you're gonna
Well, look at it.
if you're gonna try to value how much I care about you in dollars, then you are
Yeah.
not the person I want to spend my life with.
Exactly.
That is definitely fair, yeah.
Exactly. Well, look at it. If they're not just as happy with something that come out of a gumball machine as a $20,000 or $30,000 ring, then it
Actually,
ain't worth it.
I've seen someone they were joking whatever that when they propose they'll use a ring pop. And when someone did, they actually used a ring pop.
And now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to imply that I'm a tightwad or a cheapskate. I mean, I will go all out. I am that kind of a person. But if somebody tells me that's what I'm supposed to be doing, then I've got news for them.
Yeah, if a girl comes up to you, Harv, and goes, "You better get me this, or it's not working out," then it's like, okay, it ain't working out
It's
anyway.
not
Bye.
working out. Don't let the door hit you in the bum on the way out. Oh, I play. You're around and wish you weren't. You're supposed to wish you could be around in the streams more often, dude. What are we doing wrong? We have failed.
Yep, we failed. All right, time to shut it down.
failed.
We failed.
Yep. We're at 32 viewers. Apparently, that's not good enough.
Well, we've diffed off a little bit. I mean, to be fair, we have been doing the same thing the whole time.
Oh, that's definitely
But
fair.
as we progress in the map, we will have more stuff to do.
Trust me, we'll have plenty more to do.
Yeah, there's no shortage of stuff to do on this bloody map.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hey Josh, how you doing, bud? Welcome to Harv's World. Exactly, Jonathan.
Like, yeah, if you go and want to spend that, then there's nothing wrong with that if you want to spend that money.
No, as long as it's my choice and something I
Yeah,
decide that I
yeah,
want to do.
yeah.
Yep.
But the minute you either
Like,
start telling me that's what I have to do or start demanding that's what I do, guess what's going to happen?
yeah, like, if you basically gave it, okay, maybe not a ring pop, maybe not a ring pop. I feel like that'd be pretty, wrong.
Well, Skeeter, I'm around and my belly is also round, so you're in fine company, my man.
Alright, I'll be right back. My dog's going crazy.
We can't have that. Where's our? Is that the road
Oh,
over
I
there?
see. I see.
Doing good, Josh. Doing real good, man. Thanks for asking. Well, it sounds like this is the round pound.
No, Jonathan, I do a lot of weddings, and that actually did happen. Someone did propose using a ring pop. They later on after the wedding did go and get actual like wedding rings, but the engagement ring was a ring pop. Like he proposed with a ring pop. Which is just kind of that's a that's funny. Like it's not like they didn't know about it. Like they joked about it all the time. So apparently,
Hey, Jonathan. In reference to that, I really only have one question, bud, and that is, how is your dog, man? He doing okay? I know you had some worries there. Josh,
Instructor doesn't have a horn.
the farming, actually, I guess it's more like the mowing right now. Um, we're farming grass today just to bring in some extra money because our expenses are going to be steep, but otherwise we're having a good time. More so about enjoying your company and everybody else in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Peter, that's a great point too. I'll tell you. I mean, not having to get up and go to work every day, that will affect your waistline. I'll bet since I've moved to Nevada, I've lost 20 pounds.
You can't gain weight with my job.
No,
Just
I'm
sweat
sure
it
you
all out.
can't.
You just sweat it all out. I think today was like 32 Celsius, which is like 98 Fahrenheit, which doesn't sound hot, but it is when the humidity is like 90.
When I was your age, Sharko, a little bit older, I had a job in an auto factory in the body shop.
That would be hot.
Welding car bodies together.
Yeah, that would get hot.
10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and no exaggeration, there was nothing. I could eat 10,000 calories a day and not gain a pound.
Mm-hmm.
And not like I was counting calories back then because I was young and stupid and didn't care, but
You knew what you ate and you knew you should.
I probably lost 60 or 70 pounds when I started that job, and I couldn't eat enough in a day to gain weight while I was doing that work.
Mm-hmm.
No way, no how.
Tell you another job you can't gain weight doing. Laying asphalt.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
That's hot work there.
That is very hot work. Yeah.
It's hot in the summer and cold in the winter.
Yeah.
Milling,
Concrete's also not easy either.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you
Milling
get the
asphalt's even worse, though.
I can give you one
Oh.
worse than that.
What's that?
Roofing.
Roofing's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, roofing is kind of bad. Shingles are brutal.
I do that too,
Shingles
Josh.
are, they get hot.
I'll throw
I'll
a
replace
stream
like
on
10.
while I'm playing.
Yeah, I've replaced like 10 shingles on a roof before, and that alone was pretty bad.
10 shingles.
Well, we bought a trailer, and there was a shingle roof on the trailer, and it was ripped. It had like an extension, but it was ripped off when they moved it. So along the edge of the roof were a bunch of like holes and everything. So we just redid them and put new shingles on top. So, but getting up there and actually ripping the old ones off and putting the new ones on got pretty hot.
Hey.
Maybe more like 15. I wasn't really counting. I just know it was not a lot of shingles, and that was hot.
That's a good point, Jonathan.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to go about another 20 minutes, guys, and then call it a day.
Okay.
Yeah, numbers are dropping off, which is fine. But
I mean, it is getting late over here on the East Coast.
I get up at 5 in the morning now to go to work, and it's almost 7 o'clock tonight already here. So
I think that's the same time I wake up.
is it?
Well, I wake up at like 7 and 8, but
I
for you
have
it's the same time.
I have a better work schedule than you do, though. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
mine's just work. Mine's just we're done work when we're done work. So that's my work schedule.
Yep, I've had jobs like that. You're done when you're done.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Those
there is a
aren't
plan
fun.
for the day. It's just we don't know how long what it's planned will take. Roughly. I mean, there's a rough estimate, but not. Could go really quick. Could not. So.
Okay, all this grass is hard work, and it has cost us quite a bit of money, but we are going to make a lot of money off of this hay.
We're almost at 100. So.
Oh, yeah.
I know. We started the stream at 19,000. We sold the timber for just short of 60, so that would have put us about 7. I think we were at 78, and then we leased the tedders and the windrowers. So I think the hay is going to keep us moving forward at least a little bit.
It should.
Yeah, I don't know what it feels like in Fahrenheit. I'm not good with Fahrenheit. It's funny because our oven uses Fahrenheit.
Well, an average summer temperature in Fahrenheit in the Midwest is about anywhere from 85 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. I also, the air conditioner in our house also Fahrenheit. So.
Your air conditioner's in Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
I set my air conditioner to 74, and that's warm for some people.
I think
Except
ours
mine
is
64.
I was gonna say,
Oh
I think
my
mine
God.
is. I think mine is. That's a lot of power that thing's gonna be drawing. It's like I don't care.
Okay, I set
Wonderful.
mine to 64, and it can be 64 degrees outside. The AC unit's still blowing like 68.
Oh gosh.
I think the dial, one of the old ones with the turn dials, I think the dial's off.
I'd
that's
say that's
fair.
probably accurate.
That makes sense. I was gonna say if it's digital, or like not necessarily digital, but any type of like computer off, that or something wrong there then. But yeah, if it's an old dial, then it could definitely be off. I know
So-
how I had when I was in the dorms in college, the dial there was off.
Wow, Josh, 2:40 in the morning.
Where is that? That might
That's
be England, I guess.
7
Like Englandish area.
7 hours
UTC,
ahead.
probably. Was it 7 hours ahead? Of you, I guess. So yeah, that'd be probably England or UTC time.
Oh yeah, from you guys it's 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And Jordan, it takes you a half an hour to get to work. Now, some of you guys who caught the streams leading up to me moving to Nevada might remember how I was complaining about I couldn't find a place to live, and I was starting to look like I was going to have to live an hour away and commute an hour every day and all of that, which would be really horrible because then I would have had to got up at 4 in the morning.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Although there's some flexibility there, I can kind of set when I come in. But
I almost got a job.
I literally ended up living a 2-minute drive from my office.
That's nice.
2 minutes. So
that would be nice.
It worked out in the end. And
that is nice.
What were you gonna say, Sharko?
I was gonna say I applied for a job that would have been an hour and a half each way.
Yeah, the guy that I was renting a room from in Indiana before I left, he has done that an hour and a half both ways for 20 years.
That's a lot of driving.
I will never understand why.
I mean, mine was more short term. I was planning to do it and then move, but they didn't even inquire about me, so sad.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, but I would have been getting paid less though. Oh, like right off the start.
Oh, let's see. Peter's in Australia. That's the only explanation for that time.
One job I had, I drove 3 hours one way to get to work.
3 hours?
I only had to make
not count.
Truck
driving does not count.
I drove my pickup to pick up the truck. It was a 3-hour ride where I had to pick the truck up at.
Oh gosh.
And then I was gone all week, and then made that 3-hour drive back home. Was home for, part of the weekend. Then made the 3-hour drive back.
Gosh.
And Jonathan, glad to hear that your pooch is doing okay, bud. Sounds like you've got things well under control there. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of too many things just at the moment. Skeeter, Nevada. Well, I can't tell you where I live specifically because that would just make me a fool for giving out my address all over the internet. But I don't live too far from Reno.
Well, you can say the city. I've said the city I live in.
And no, I can't because I don't live in a city.
Oh, then that's fair.
I live in a place where I can literally drive from one side of the place I live to the other in 5 minutes or less.
Okay, that's fair then. That is really fair.
You can't do that, but you can still have a P.O. box.
That doesn't mean that I have the P.O. box in the town that I live.
That's true.
It's true. That is definitely true.
About that. That is smart. Not doing it in the same town you live in, that's kind of smart.
Yeah, that's right. Especially when it's an area with small towns. So anyway, moving right along.
It's definitely fair. Well, I said as close to the city I live near. I have no thoughts of the town I live in.
The only one I remember is Thunder Bay.
That's not where I live.
And I know you don't live there anymore. You did live in Thunder Bay, though, right?
Yes, I do live in Thunder Bay.
This actually looks like a real.
Toronto.
This actually looks like a real foraging operation. If you ever watch YouTube videos of people actually running chaff or silage or anything, there's always bunches of forage wagons all lined up.
I've seen trucks full of bales.
Oh, well, around here, around here, if you don't see a truckload of bales every single day, it's not a normal day.
Because something's going wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Skeeter was saying, um, his dad's side of the family were ranchers. Well, ranching is a big part of Nevada, but the most prolific cash crop in Nevada is alfalfa hay because of all the cattle ranching and dairies that go on around here.
It's weird because we
Yeah.
have a lot of cattle up here, but we use grass. I don't know why that is, but we just use grass up here.
Well, I don't know. I guess it just depends on where you're at. They might use alfalfa because it's less water dependent than grass.
Oh,
It's more hardy than
maybe.
grass
We have
because
basically unlimited water up here, so
yeah, we don't have access to a lot of water. In fact, we're in the middle
that
of an extreme
desert.
drought.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Thunder Bay is the top of Lake Superior.
I'm doing like a Sharko now. Trying to read track, trying to drive. See, that's one thing. Starting back small again. Like back in the Yukon, I had big equipment. I could just slap on some GPS or throw up some auto drive, and then I could let the game do my driving, and I could read chat all I wanted to. Now I actually have to concentrate on where I'm going.
Hmm.
It's all good. It's good. Steven, that's a great question. I wanted to test the stability of that tree. It looked a little weak, and I was afraid it would fall on somebody. So I just had to slam into it to see if it would fall over or not. That's what it was.
So did it pass the test?
It did. It's good to go for another 10 years or so.
Okay.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my Sharko, and I'm sticking to it. So now, if you crash a vehicle in the water, it's Sharkoing. And he's dropped out again. I knew his connection was getting bad again. And if you drive into a tree, or no, if you tell a BS story, it's called telling a Sharko. So
And I remember doing tree work, like climbing trees. Before you climb the tree, you always took your hard hat off and smacked on the tree a time or two to make sure it wasn't hollow.
oh, that's a good idea.
Hard hat test.
Bradley, when Sharko comes back, I hope he makes it back. You'll have to check with him about electric cars. He just bought one brand new. And I'm sure they're not cheap, but he knows a lot about electric cars. He's kind of fascinated by them.
Yeah. He sure is.
That's right, Skeeter. You gotta watch out for the Widowmakers.
A new internet craze. Pulling a Sharko.
That's right. There you go. Somebody will make a rap song about it. Do the Sharko. Hey Justin, how you doing, bud? Clover versus alfalfa, which is better? Well, I guess it depends on the map. I mean, are you talking about real life clover versus alfalfa? I'm assuming you're talking FS19. I'll tell you what, there are a lot of maps out there where you can make a ridiculous amount of money with clover. You make so much money with clover on some of those maps, it almost feels like cheating. You make so much on clover, and it grows back super fast. I've never seen alfalfa be that financially prolific, but definitely clover will. It depends on the map, though.
Yes, it does.
The CAS 64 maps. always clover was just ridiculous in the amount of money you could make off of it. And I love CAS 64 maps, but clover was the big cheat on those.
Oh yeah.
Put in
And
put in a clover field, you're set for life.
but now if you go to a map like one on the dedicated server, Flint Hills, clover's not, not very profitable. It's about the same as grass.
I would expect the same from clover on this map, although I haven't looked.
Say my game crashed, and then my computer crashed.
That's twice your game crashed. What's going on?
I don't know what's causing it, but this time it actually crashed my computer, like froze it.
I can tell you what it is. It's having an 8 megabyte mod folder that only requires 4.5.
That might be true.
Yeah.
That might be true.
Yeah, we might have to help you thin your mod folder out.
And the easiest way to do that would be to just recreate the folder for him to re-download again.
Yep. That's going to be the easiest way.
Do the Sharko. That's what it's going to be, Bradley. I need somebody to make a little musical stinger like that ends with do the Sharko. Dun 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 dun. Do the Sharko.
Aww.
Well, you've got
Oh,
your name is a double verb now.
Sharko.
Sharkoing is
Yay.
sinking a piece of equipment in a lake somewhere, or a river, or any other body of water, and it's telling BS stories about losing money.
I watch the money very carefully. I spend
Yeah, you watched it leave.
Big truck came full of bills and just left.
You watched that roulette wheel land on 22 and you had everything bet on number 7.
Everything. 15 million. And I'm buying the properties.
I'd be impressed by a casino that would actually allow you to make that bet too. That would be freaking hilarious.
Do it on a single turn.
Uh-huh.
I know there's a casino in Atlantic City that doesn't have limits on what you can bet if you go to the high roller section.
Oh, yeah. You start talking high rollers, that's a little bit different.
That's some strangers who walked in.
Yeah, that too,
Blew 15
Steven.
million and then left.
There you go, Jonathan. Crashing your computer and dropping out of the stream. That's also doing a Sharko.
Yeah. That's just like caveman though.
Triple verbiage. Caveman doesn't
Triple
crash
verbiage.
out.
I'll be a Lego.
He normally has a very stable connection. In fact, the only time he had a bad connection, he wasn't ever able to get into the stream at all.
That's true. He has more reliable internet than me now.
Yeah, I've got a better. We can quadruple the Sharko.
Oh God. How?
Leaving all of the work to Caveman and Harv as soon as the stream ends because I have some excuse as to why I have to leave immediately is doing a Sharko.
I'll get on after the stream.
No, it's fine, dude. I'm just being a smart aleck.
There's no point joining now, though.
No, we're about to wrap up. It's been a great stream, though. It has been a really good stream. Things will pick up on here, guys. I promise you. A lot more than just mowing and, well, but we made a lot of money off this bloody hay. It's been worth it. That's right, Albert.
Like, God We're going to need a dictionary of how many different ways you can use Sharko as a verb.
Well, to be fair, Albert, tipping a tractor is just tipping a tractor. You have to do it in a specific way, like, and there has to be water involved. As long as there's
Or at
water
least close
involved.
by.
Yeah,
If there's water involved, it's a guaranteed Sharko.
right. I think you have to be in water to really be doing a Sharko there.
Yeah, I think you have to be in water.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Yeah, 8 gigs, not megs. You're right. 8 gigs, not megs.
Oh, did I say 8 megs?
I think you did.
Yeah, 8 gigs. 8 and 8 gig. Mod folder for a playthrough that so far only has about 4.5 gigs of. Why do I? That's weird that I'm doing that all of a sudden because I almost did it again right there. Bradley. And on that note, everybody, as always, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. That's going to do it for tonight. You guys make it a blast, as always. Good times. Good times indeed. Caveman, Sharko, any final thoughts?
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Yep, enjoy
And
the
the
rest of your
weekend.
week.
I won't be here.
Catch you on Sunday.
Catch you Wednesday.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Until next time, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride, and we will see you on Sunday. Sunday. Take care, everybody.
Take care.